Hi everyone, this is Liz Miller. This is my week one project for, I can't remember the name of our class, Mobile Development Frameworks 1. Um, so I made a list app that acts like a grocery list or a shopping list. And I think it turned out okay. This is my storyboard. It's kind of squinched. I don't have my big screen here today. But I made the background just a light gray grocery list. My prototype cell has a larger label and a second label for extra information on your grocery item and a little thumbnail picture. And if I scroll, here's my edit list button down here. When you click on a row, it takes you to this detail screen, same labels, same font size, and then a larger image of the item. Because I know some people shop by labels rather than actually reading the product stuff. And a close button. So when I run this, and I believe it's already running, there we go. So here's my list. Kind of dull color wise, but cheese, 2 packages, shredded. And if I click on it, because I can't read the brand name, here's my much larger picture. It's Sargento, it's the reduced fat mild cheddar, whatever. So you can go into each one of these and see more information for each row. Probably not the most creative use of a list, but it was what I had to work with today. So editing the list, you click edit, you get the red minus sign. When you click on that, it slides to the left, but not completely to see the delete button, but the delete button does in fact work. So I need to figure out why my sliding and spacing isn't working quite right there, but it's functional. When I click edit list again, that goes away. We've already looked at the detail. That's my dog, I'm sorry. Here's my bigger picture so I can read my milk label so I make sure I get the right kind of milk and all that. So I think it went pretty well this week. Let me flip over and make sure I'm answering our questions. Did I feel prepared for the project? Yes. I had some weird problems this week at my house. The power went out and then my internet went out and a whole bunch of stuff, and I'd planned to go out of town for the weekend, so it felt rushed, but rushed because of my schedule, not because of the course or the content of the course. So as always, start earlier than you need to and you'll be fine. I don't think anything's really lacking in the course. I struggle with some of the error messages because they're kind of ambiguous. They don't really point to what exactly is going wrong. So I got stuck on that thread one signal, Sigabart, whatever, and I figured that out. It was, I had a connection that wasn't connected or was connected and got unconnected. I don't know. I deleted it and then added it back and everything was fine. Concepts, nothing was really fuzzy or confusing. I've demonstrated my app. Go through a short overview of my code. Oh, I can do that. Let's see. Over here, I have a view controller file. I'm actually going to go back and add some notes for myself. But basically, I added the UI table view data source and the UI table view delegate to make all the pieces work together. This is one of the outlets that connects the custom table view to the main screen. My data array is actually another object called list info. And here's my table editing. I started out as false, so you don't see the red buttons right away. And then this is just all of my items. I figured out how to get the image into each item. That took me a little bit to work it out, but got that together just fine. So here's all of my items. Sorry if I'm scrolling too fast and giving you a headache. This is the code that makes the button for editing to edit the list makes it turn on and off. You click it once, it's on. You click it again, it's off. This little chunk of code here is what takes you from the detail screen back to the table or the list of information. And let's see. These table view pieces here, well, this table view here sets up the table and it returns however many items are in your data array, and that's what the count does. It counts the number of items and returns a table that big. This chunk here builds the cells within the table or the rows within the table. This first part takes the individual specs of your cell from custom table cell.swift over here. Let current item, that takes my object file, this list info.swift file, and makes it available in this function so that I can call the item name and the details, so like milk and 1%, and then the image of the milk carton, and that it returns the whole cell into the row. This one here works with editing. This first part is what actually removes the row, and the second part is what refreshes the table to actually take the row out and refresh the table so it's usable again. And then prepare for segue. This is what takes us from the table itself into the detail view. And I'm passing all the information to the detail view through this object of list info. And let me just show quickly the detail view controller. I've got my outlets for my two labels and my image. And here they're pointing to the excuse me, they're pointing to, excuse me, I left a piece out here. Current item is just list info and it's set to nil. Down here, I take current item and I say .name, .detail, .image to pull the specific piece in for each element on the screen. Custom table cell. Why won't you click? There we go. More outlets. This is what brings it into the cell on the main table. And I think I might have just said this backwards. This is the detail view. This is what shows up on the secondary page. It just shows one item in the big picture. The custom table cell, this is what shows in each row or cell of the table. And list info, this is my class for my list, and I have two strings and a UI image, and I'm not 100% sure that's the right way to initialize this as an optional, but I was having trouble quickly figuring out how to make that happen otherwise. So it seems to function. I don't see any, there aren't any red errors, there aren't any yellow errors either. So I guess if there's a better way to do that, I'd like to understand that, or perhaps we'll be learning that next week maybe. So anyway, that is my project 1, and it was fun. It would have been more fun if I had had power and internet all week like I had planned for. So that's my review. I hope you enjoyed watching it, and I look forward to watching yours. Thank you.